Morning everybody, it is race day. We've been waiting for this at the Superloop Adelaide 500, round one of the Virgin Australia Supercars Championship. Greg Russ with you this morning, Paddock Pass Live, all with thanks to our great friends at Repco. And I am here at the podium. I dare not stand on the podium, but I wonder who'll be doing that today. And if we cast our eye over to this side of the podium here, there's a list of all of those that have graced it over the years. I've got a few grey hairs these days, but I can fondly remember Craig Lowndes back in 1999, Mark Scaife, who's part of the broadcast with Fox Sports, going back-to-back 02, 03, Marcus Ambrose, 04 and 05, string of wins for Jamie Whincup, James Courtney going 2014 and 15, and more recently, Shane Van Gisbergen back-to-back in 17 and 18 before Scotty McLaughlin took it out last year. We've had 3 great sessions of practice. Today it's all about qualifying, a top 10 shootout, and 78 laps of racing this afternoon, so we can't wait for it. We're going to take you with a little bit of magic here to the other side of the circuit, where we find both Chad Nailon and Andrew Jones. Gentlemen, no pressure, but I just want to say good luck. We are all counting on you today.
Well, at the moment, Rusty, we're just trying to get through the front gate. We're all the way out here at the moment in the Legends Walk. Good morning to you, Andy Jones. How good is this? Behind the scenes, Saturday is back for 2020, so we wanted to show everyone what it's like to walk through the front gate at this amazing venue.
And it's really, really cool. Something specific here for the Adelaide 500 is that Walk of Fame and Hall of Fame as you come through the circuit. Some real legends of the sport. Bob Jane, Leo Gagan, some of the forefathers of supercars. Hey, Chad, one of the best bits about what we're doing here is we've worded security up and they've said we can just blaze through.
Hello.
So this is awesome. Normally we get stopped every morning. We have to do our bag checks, but thank you very much. We are rolling through.
All right. Now, let us know throughout the course of the season, on Saturday morning, we're always going to try and show you, we'll break down the fourth wall, show you behind the scenes, whatever you want to see throughout the year. Now is your chance to let us know on Facebook. Got the Repco live stream happening right now. If you can let us know what you'd like to see behind the scenes. Today's a very different one. It's almost the front of the scenes as we go through the front gate for a big, big day. We heard Rusty mention yesterday was huge, but today we finally get to go racing. Race 1 on the championship's going to go live.
And it's such a cool atmosphere coming into this precinct. You come through that Walk of Fame, underneath the big awning there, past a couple of hot dog stands, which at the moment, mate, we could grab a couple for breakfast. But there's some music happening out the back here. You can hear it just vaguely off our microphones, and a lot of paraphernalia being given away to people as they come through, getting ready for some on-track action. So this is pretty cool to come for a walk through here at this time of the day while all spectators are rolling into the circuit.
So what do you think we are going to see throughout the course of today? We've got this new qualifying format, which has had a slight tweak from last year, which will lead to an Armour All Top 10 shootout. Let's just start there, because it's already started with yesterday's practice times, and they have a bearing on what happens today.
They certainly do. You know, there's the lucky ticket, I guess, for the top 10 to be able to make their way through to the 2 qualifying sessions. I read overnight Mark Winterbottom said he was really happy this year. Hey, do we want to grab one of these? You'd look great in one of these, Chad.
All right.
Grab yourself a Viking hat,
like,
mate, and bang that on, thanks to Armour All.
Tom Randall actually put this on yesterday. Yes, please. I think you would love one. Thank you very much.
No way, it takes me far too long to get this done.
Hey, well, it's good for the goose, buddy.
I'm going so bold here. One thing I did notice over the side here, Chad, while you were taking the mickey out of me, was Johnny Goss's Jaguar. So that's pretty cool. Johnny Goss is famous in the pit lane for being a guy that would get up in the morning, put his race suit on at the hotel and wander to the circuit in his race suit, drive his car all day, keep his suit on, and then leave the race circuit, go back to the hotel. So that's pretty cool to see this beautiful V12 Jaguar on display here. And this looks a bit more like a beer hall out the back here as well. We've got a flag flying. Some really cool setups happening. Circuits of the world, Chad.
Well, this is all tracks of the world. So this one's Silverstone. So there's Silverstone, Suzuka, Nürburgring, and it's all about celebrating the history of this racetrack, because of course this used to be the Formula 1 circuit, slightly shorter version of what they used to run on in the 80s. So there we go. Silverstone is our location for the moment, and this track was really one of the little trailblazers of street circuits back then, and bringing motorsport to the city.
It certainly was, and it's, you know, this really good initiative this year to be able to bring some of that history of world motorsport to Adelaide, particularly given that Adelaide played such a big part in the early 80s and 90s with Formula 1 racing around over here. Back to your original question, we have deviated a little bit. There's so much to do. Very good morning to everybody. Hope you have a great day.
Did not appreciate that at all.
I think the technical term for that was a death stare, Chad. Let's get out of here before we get
daggers.
Plenty to see here today, and the big one for me, Chad, was how strong Chaz Mostert was yesterday, and spoke to Ryan Walkingshaw at the end of the day, and just how relieved he looked to be seeing some fruits already of that big deal that he put together to be able to bring not only Chaz Mostert, but Adam De Bore, and even Eddie Mostert into the Walkingshaw Andretti United group, because
good for morale.
When you can do that, and the energy within that garage this weekend is huge. So for me, I'm excited to see whether they can replicate that again today. Let's see.
Should we go into the grandstand?
Yeah,
this is a cool opportunity. Hello.
I
don't have my grandstand pass on me, but you just have to believe me.
I do have one that says access all areas, so this is all
areas. I feel
area.
like we're in Wayne's World.
Let's go.
You know when they do that thing? Access all areas everywhere they walk through with him and Garth? All right, let's go up the stairs to check out the front grandstand. This is the best grandstand in Australian motorsport, bar none. When this place is packed, coming into the beginning of race one, and they're cheering for their favourite drivers, you should hear it. We can hear it coming through the commentary box window when they get up and about here in Adelaide. I think back to the time when McLaughlin in the Volvo came through and pinched second place off Jamie Whincup. This place just erupted. There's so much history in this grandstand alone. You can feel it when you walk through the door here.
You certainly can, and it's pretty early in the morning here in Adelaide, just gone past 9:30 a.m, and there's people already taking their seats, ready to go under the shade of these sails. They were erected, the sails, a few years ago. This used to be one big open grandstand with no shade, and every year that we come here, there's some fan-friendly activities and instruments that are implemented to make the experience better for everyone. But how cool is it, Chad? Normally we're over there in the pit lane. We're very much on a different side today. I feel like seat 32 here and 31 have our names on it for today. This could be us.
Got cup holders for the day with everything that we need to know. Now, I can actually see, check this out, Craig Rust waving like a madman.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan.
How you doing down there, buddy?
Mate, fantastic. How good is the Barry Sheen grandstand?
Awesome.
And over the years, as you quite rightly say, when it's packed full of fans, the feeling, the emotion, the energy, it is infectious. You can feel it. So have a great day, guys. Nice work there, taking us behind the scenes from the fan perspective. They do so many things here at this event to, as they said, to recognise some of the great circuits from around the world. They talked about Chaz Mostert. What a day. 94 rounds with Ford, his first in a Holden Commodore, and he goes fastest in free practice 3 with a record-breaking performance. And both of these cars ended the day, incidentally, in the top 16. So young Bryce Fullwood, who joins this squad this year, Dunlop Super 2 Series champion, finished 16th yesterday. In terms of the other practice results for you, practice 2 was Shane Van Gisbergen, and practice 1 was David Reynolds. Now, a couple of you are asking some questions on Facebook here, and keep those questions coming below too. It's really good. So Brian 10 Power says he'd love to see the cars and hear more of the technical things that make up the cars for 2020. Well, you know what? We've kind of done that because Mark Larkham has done a great technical piece to break that down and explain it for you. You can find that online on the various Supercars platforms. We've been showing it in the broadcast as well. Incidentally, the Fox team on air from 10:25 Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time today, and Network 10 from 12:30. So some of that tech stuff is covered for you, Brian. Now, what else have we got here? Christopher Forsberg says, tour the team's transporters. Why don't we do that? We've got a camera. Why don't we sneak out the back here and see if we can't just wander in. What have we got here? We've got Penrite Racing next door to Walkinshaw Andretti United. Lots of fans gathering this morning. Good morning, everybody. Youngsters as well. We like that. Chaplain Gary Coleman. Hello, mate. How are you? Happy New Year.
How you doing?
You well?
I'm doing very well, mate. All the better for seeing you.
It's all the better for seeing you. Have a fantastic day. He does a remarkable job for us. Why don't we sneak at Barry Ryan? Hello, Barry Ryan. You're on the phone. We're live on Facebook.
Just my beautiful wife.
Can we just quickly? The fans are asking on Facebook while we're live here. Can we just have a quick look in the transporter? And you give us a little.
It's probably not very tiny.
You don't think it's very tidy? Here we go. So we'll get Trent, our cameraman, to go inside, and then I'll sneak back in and find Barry, and we'll give you a little commentary here. Most of the key stuff naturally is out in the pit lane at the moment, but this is.
It's a bit messy over there.
Well, that's okay. So Alistair McVeighn's there. So he's part of the break. Good morning, mate. Can you give us a little wave? Here he is. There he is. We can't show you his face on television. No, I'm kidding. We can.
We've got a pretty basic truck. It's just a big open box with some toolboxes, and a lot of them are set up a lot more flash than this, but this is all you need.
Today's the day. We're looking forward to going racing. I think everyone just wants to go racing. Fastest in free practice one. Anton Di Pasquale looks quick as well. How are you guys looking ahead of qualifying and the top 10 shootout and racing?
No, really good. Yeah, we've definitely got some fast cars for qualifying, and we think we know what to do for the race. So, between Anton and Dave, they've worked on where they need to make each other faster. So hopefully those last couple of tenths will come today.
And we've got a little bit of support from Defence Services personnel joining you guys this year. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's great. We've got Chantel and Zach. They're qualified mechanics, and done a bit of a deal with the Army where they're here for 12 months, and they'll do some stuff for us. We'll do some stuff for them, and we'll get some management skills as well, and working under pressure and all that sort of stuff. So it'll help us and help them as well.
You might have been in the midst of a very important phone call there. We dive-bombed you. You let us come in. Thank you very much. We're going to wrap this up here. So make sure you tune into the coverage live today. Massive day of action here in Adelaide. We cannot wait to get the season started.